Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. And peace and mercy to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. I'm the brother Yawanathan, back with another quick lesson. Lord willing, it's edifying. And I just got finished watching this video from Epic Economics on YouTube. Right, 20 big box retailers collapsing right in front of our eyes. And I was watching the Apostles live stream last night, and Apostle Elder Tahar, he was speaking about how today in 2024, you really don't need to go into any physical store to get something you need, unless you need it, that same day. But nowadays, you can order everything online. All these stores, Apple, Walmart, Target, etc. They all have apps, all right? Amazon got everything, anything you need from any of these stores, Home Depot, anywhere, they got it on Amazon. So they're creating this society, what they call the Internet of Things. I'm talking about the elites, the people who obviously control the world, the wicked, according to the Bible, Job 9:24, who are Edomites. The so-called white man, he's creating this world where they also call it 15-minute cities, where basically everything is being conducted through a digital infrastructure. All right, we don't need no more physical cash. We don't need no more really physical stores. All right, everything could be done online and digitally. And that's a part of what them bringing in the MOTB. This is the steps that's necessary to take to basically build up this global digital economy, which it already is digital, because 95% of the world's GDP is not in physical paper money. It's all digital numbers on a screen. All right, but they want to bring everybody onto that blockchain type of currency, which they're calling CBDC, central bank digital currency. So these are just the necessary steps, man. But something that stood out, Ecclesiastes 12:4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. The point being, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. All right, so when the sound of the grinding is low, that's talking about businesses. The grinding is talking about work. All right, so if the doors is being shut in the streets, meaning you going outside to a physical supermarket, well, it might not be there. All right, like my ShopRite, my local ShopRite that I always used to go to since I've been living here, they just recently closed down like a few weeks ago. But on first instance, when I seen it, like I went over there to go get some, and I went inside and the shelves were empty. I'm saying, what the fuck is this the famine? Is this what's going on? And the dude pretty much told me that they're closing down. So they're not restocking the shelf. They're just going to let everything sell, and then they shutting it down. So I was just like, wow, bro. I mean, if an essential business like a supermarket isn't able to survive in this current economy, basically they're not making enough money to keep the physical store open, that's a real bad sign. All right, and that's what's been happening with all of these stores all throughout 2023. These major retailer stores have been closing down. So they're showing you there's a change being made in the retail market, and that's going into this digital economy. All right, which is basically the introduction to the chip, because you can't have a digital device that you use to buy and sell unless you have some form of digital economy. You need a digital currency or digital economy to buy and sell with a digital device. All right, right now, how do we buy and sell? We use central bank currency in the form of paper money, US dollars, here in Babylon the Great, America. But a lot of the things that we do, a lot of the things that we purchase, we never even really need physical cash to get it. So those times are already pretty much done. All right, we already in a digital economy, man. All right, the chip is already here. It just hasn't been made mandatory, hasn't been implemented as the standard of currency, but that will come. All right, that will come. And that's why, again, that's why all these stores are closing down. All right, so there's no confusion as to why this is happening. You know, people are using these signals also to point to a recession. You could say that too. All right, these are also signals of a recessive economy that's going backwards. It's not growing. It's not getting stronger. It's not getting better. It's getting weaker. All right, but also it has a lot to do with the MOTB, all right, the microchip implant, and how they want to introduce it and make it mandatory. So this is Revelation 13 and 16. Matter of fact, before I get that, there was another one that I wanted dealing with these store closures in 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And these full storehouses, Kmart, Walmart, Target, these big retail warehouses that you can go, Costco's, BJ's, etc. They all closing down, man. They all being found empty suddenly. One day they here, the next day they not. And what happens to all that merchandise in the store? Whatever can't sell, you know, they probably put it back into their inventory, and it's going towards online sales. All right. So they pretty much want you to just buy everything online. They're changing the retail arena on how we buy and sell, how we, you know, obtain our goods. And remember, when it's online, like in a store, you can have limitation in the store too, but mostly I've seen this online. I haven't heard too much of this in store, but online, sometimes they only let you buy a certain quantity of a particular product. All right, they won't let one household order like 5 of one thing. You know, so they could limit or put limitations on what you can and can't buy when you order in online. And you know, sometimes your package goes missing. Sometimes they never even ship it. There be all type of problems when you are shopping online. You don't know if that's the right size. You got to return it. That takes more time. It may cost you a few dollars for the shipping costs, restocking fee, etc. But this is the system they want to lock us in, so that they want this system in place. It needs to be in place. Not that they want it in place. It needs to be in place in order to introduce digital economy and basically have everything fall in order, so to speak. Because if you just introduce a chip, but people can still use money, they're going to use money. All right, they're not going to be as inclined to taking the chip unless the economy is already digitalized, and that's the only way that you can buy and sell. And that's what that hour temptation is about, man. Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So even for people that are poor, that rely on the government to get Section 8 and all of these things, you're going to have to take the chip to keep those benefits. Everybody's going to have to, you know, be conformed to this system if you want to be a part of Esau's world. If you want to be a part of this world still, you still want to have your life in society and prosper and etc., which really you're not going to prosper under this dystopian new world order agenda, you know, the Great Reset 2030. You're not going to prosper, but meaning that's how they're going to paint it. That's how you're going to think. That's going to be the only way you can live. That's the only way you can, you know, buy and sell and eat, because those are people with no faith. But the elect is, you know, Revelation 3 and 10, Yahushua said that he's going to keep his elect from the hour of temptation. So even though, you know, it's going to be hard, all right, it's not going to be an easy time. We will be tempted. And when you deal with that word tempted, is basically a trial of your faith. So that means the Lord is going to do things to us that is going to make us question if the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua is with us or not. Not question it, not in a bad way, but meaning that's the part of your temptation. It's tempting of your faith. Tempting of your faith, meaning, you know, the Lord may have it to where you might not eat for a day or two. That's a trial of your faith. Are you going to say, damn, now I got to go take the chip because I can't find no food out here? Then that shows that you don't have faith. You got weak faith. But the men of the Lord, all right, Sirach, the 10th chapter, 2 and 10, the 2nd chapter, the 10th verse. Men of the Lord that always called on the name of the Lord and trusted in him, they was never confounded. All right, so we got to keep these things in mind. The things that are written aforetime is for our learning. There is going to be famine. All right, this devil is going to pull every card out of the deck to play with in these days, man. All right, he's going to go to extreme measures to implement this agenda that he got, because that's what he's supposed to do. That's what is prophesied right here. We reading it, and Yahweh Shemel Shah is putting them spirits on him through the left hand, through Satan and the demons, putting them spirits in these devils' minds to go forward with this thing, man. Full steam ahead. All right, they're not gonna stop, and it's gonna get worse, man. It's gonna get more deadly, so to speak. More people getting deleted. All right, more rules, more draconian laws. That's what's gonna come out of all of this. All right, more crime, more theft, more scamming. They claim that all of these things are gonna solve these problems, but these problems are just gonna get worse, as you're gonna see in the days to come. And why is it going to get worse? They want it to get worse. They're not really trying to actually fix it. If you people believe that, you crazy, man. If you believe the same very man that just destroyed this whole world in the last 50 years, if you think he's here, now he has a change of heart and he's ready to fix all of these things and, repair the planet and the world, you bugged out, man. You're naive. You're gullible. This man has nobody's best interest in mind. The only interest that he has is to microchip you to have full control. All right, so he could tell you what you can and can't do, and basically allow you to do what he wants you to do, and stops you or permits you from doing things. I mean, that's not the right word, but you know what I mean. All right, he's gonna basically tell you what you can and can't eat, what you can and can't buy, where you can and can't go. That's what this chip is all about. And that no man might buy or sell, and that's the ultimate purpose of it, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So when John had this vision, the Apostle John, he saw people using a mark, and that word in the Greek is charagma, which is a imprinted mark, an incision. He saw these people getting some type of incision or cut, and with that, they were able to buy and sell. And people that didn't receive that incision and cut, which is putting that chip in your flesh, that's what he saw. Those people weren't able to buy and sell. They weren't able to walk into a store or shop online or do any of that. All right, so this is the days that we living in. All right, they're not collapsing. As I watched the video, you can, I'll link it, or you can go to this guy's page, Epic Economist. He makes a lot of good videos concerning the economy, what's going on in the economy. Yeah, as he went into, it's not like these stores aren't doing good. Their physical stores aren't doing that good, because mostly people are buying online. These businesses are still growing. They're still, super businesses, and especially after that scamdemic of 2020, the C-19. That helped these businesses a lot, because a lot of middle class and, mom and pop stores went out of business. A lot of stores went out of business. Walmart ain't going out of business, man. They just closing a couple of physical stores because those physical stores are not generating the revenue enough to maintain them. But these businesses are still thriving because people are buying online every day. Amazon, Prime, and all of that. All right, people are still getting what they can get with this, what we living through is inflation. But they're still, people are still shopping and buying things, just not in abundance as it used to be, and not physically in the store. All right, so that's what this whole thing is about. All right, it is an economic collapse, but it's really an economic transformation. All right, because they call it the Great Reset, and anytime you got to reset, anytime you need to update something, or like with a phone, you might get a new update and it may have a new feature or some modern thing, a new app or something. You have to reset your phone. All right, and that's what's happening right now. This society is being reset. So all these changes, it got people losing their minds. They don't really know what's going on. They're panicking. But we know very well that this is just another step towards that digital economy and towards the chip. And that's what comforts us, is the understanding that we have through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, the Holy Bible and prophecy. So we could see clearly what's going on. We don't have to question these things and what the hell is happening and is everything going to be okay? That's the thoughts that these people have to be plagued with, but we having the Holy Spirit, we're able to I see this thing very easily, man. As I was watching the video, I said, okay, that makes sense. It makes perfect sense why all these stores have been closing down for these past years. These big stores, not regular stores, big stores, because they're generating more sales through online. All right, these physical stores, there's not too many people really going in there anymore. Same way with the malls, like Elder Apostle Tar was saying yesterday, that, all these abandoned malls throughout America. Because why would you go to the mall when you could just stay home and order it on Amazon? All right, it does make sense, man. If you think about it, this devil have planned this out, and he's crafty and cunning on the left hand. But it makes sense, it does make sense. It is more convenient to just not have to leave your home, right? But especially with these fat ass obese Americans, they don't want to do shit, man. These are the laziest, careless people on the planet Earth here in America, man. So it fits, it all makes sense. And the Wadi Yahweh Shemel Shai, for giving us his truth. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.